first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down. Hard on the opening kickoff.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked, number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. The Chiefs at 4-3, a game over 500. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The middle they run. It's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Nix to the air. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a Denver first down. To throw, here's Nix. And he's taken down. The Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now it's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
31-yard line.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
To throw is Nix. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Attack.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Give to Walker the read option. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
43. 43.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 36 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Escapes the defender. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Nix from the shotgun. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's short. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to the air with Nix. Now he's got it. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Swift going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Setting up a screen for Harvey. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Nix once more. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Bryce Behringer now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here in the middle of the field, still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last but not least, a lot of coaches who called a lot of passing plays.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Yellow. 15. Hey, 43. Attack.
Mahomes to throw once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, rip list. Hey, 57. 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Bond. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes again. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Kansas City Chiefs. First
15.
down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
15. Come back.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Off the play fake, Nix. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. To throw, here's Nix. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Throw left side complete. That's short. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 1-yard line.
Overshot. Ready. Ready. Captain. Show.
Nick's looking to throw again.
Touchdown! DeAndre Swift taking it in. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point up and through. And it's now 17-14.
17. Chiefs 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Hey, 43. Hey, Sunday. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, 43. Easy. Attack.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw here on first down.
They'll get this complete to Worthy. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
Walker will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Chiefs 21. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. He's across midfield.
And down right around the 37. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing Nix.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good. Broncos first down. A gain of 7. And the Broncos first down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
To throw is Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Ball looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
There he goes, right side. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Ken Walker.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Chiefs have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Nix. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
That's good. Broncos, first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Denver.
Here's Nix. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Nix from the shotgun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Broncos 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
He'll take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
First and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Nix.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
6 yards. It's second down.
Looking to throw. Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And there for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this.
And now here is another interception. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And it's a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harvey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an